Basement Bookers Podcast.
What's up? It's your boys, the Basement Bookers Podcast. And this week we got to talk about a very important show. It's called the Basement Bookers Podcast. That's this podcast. Rich the Riz, Basement Jer here, the Riz's baldest man over there, the former reigning defending champion, and the current and new basement champion. But that's not what this is about. This is about a man who had a dream, a wrestle dream. Tony Khan's wrestle dream, which is this Saturday, live, Bleacher Report or something, and maybe, I don't know, and something. But you know what? Maybe someday on HBO Max with their big deals that they got going on. Whatever that is, I don't know.
I might be wrong, but I thought they said they were off Bleacher Report now. They're on something else. There's a Triller or something like that, some streaming service.
The Triller from Manila. Because Rich there is an expert in all things AEW. He knows everything. So yeah, whatever. I think that's where they sell Logan Paul boxing matches. I think you could watch that on Triller. Or is it just? It's not just Logan Paul. It's not just that. You can see influencers fight each other, like Boogie and Wings of Redemption. Apparently, two very, very fat men boxed each other, and one of them won, and the other one couldn't keep their pants up. So maybe there'll be a clip. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. That's good to know, to have that visual in your mind, because now when it comes to AEW WrestleDream, which is the subject of this video, a dream that was had by Tony Khan when he was a young boy, when he was asleep and his WCW pajamas, and he'd have his Hulk Hogan toothpaste when he brushed his teeth or something. And, you know, he'd go out there with his father and they'd have picnics on their WCW Nitro blankets, complete with Booker T salad dressing. And, of course, no one can forget the Outsiders beach umbrella with a free chocolate milk powder. None of that's real. It's all fake. But what's real is WrestleDream.
No longer a dream, my friend. It will be reality.
That's
this
right.
Saturday.
As expert to AEW, Rich Perez, you will be here to take us through this journey.
All right.
You're gonna tell us all about it. You know, of course, I will cue you up with whatever it is that we have here. What WrestleDream is not complete without, of course, the dreams of Tony Khan. This is his WrestleDream once again, because AEW sucks at helping me out here. We're gonna have a cornucopia here, a cornucopia of, boy, what a contest! So many contests here. You've got the 0 Hour with Brian Cage versus, I'm sorry, but I don't know who the fuck Atlantis Jr. is. No disrespect. He's probably beaten more people than I've beaten.
100%. He is the current Ring of Honor World Television Champion, brother.
Oh, my God. That makes it worse. Well, then we also have Mariah.
It's not your fault. Yeah. ROH doesn't have TV.
That's true. So basically, as a TV champion without TV, that kind of seems about right. He might as well be the speed champion.
Like they call it, like the Internet Championship, but you know, Zack Ryder, Cardona kind of did that.
That's right. That's right.
Streaming champion. I think someone did that.
That's right. Tony Khan's proxy, Rich Perez. Your words from Tony Khan's ears. Okay, so WrestleDream will also have Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May. Now, you guys might be wondering, why did you skip Why did you skip Brian Cage versus the current television champion? We didn't. I was just going to read everything and then we just pick, but maybe that'd be hard for people. So what we'll do is Brian Cage, or I pick Brian Cage. So for me, Brian Cage will definitely beat. Hold on, what's his name again? Atlantis Jr. Iho the Atlantis, as he's known to be called. Atlantis was a great luchador. He wrestled all over the world, from the Atlantic to the Pacific,
Mm-hmm.
specifically. And his son probably is here to show you what he can lucha, and that is Brian Cage.
That's right. While Atlantis, the OG, owned the oceans, his son, Atlantis Jr., has come to land to defend his Ring of Honor World Not So Television Championship. And unfortunately, I fear it will be the end of the reign of Atlantis. Brian
I
Cage
will.
will sink him under
I
the ocean.
I don't believe. Where does this take place?
This is Tacoma, Washington, or something Washington.
Oh no, nowhere near the Atlantic Ocean,
Near the Pacific, though.
which means he's definitely going to lose because he's nowhere near the Atlantic Ocean.
Right,
So,
far, far from home.
damn, there goes all the money I wagered. All right, well, here we go. So, Rich Derez, what? I know I said Mariah May and Willow Nightingale. By the way, the positioning of these cards have nothing to do with the importance. All these matches are equally important, with exception of the 0 hour, because it's free, and yeah, probably what I'm going to be able to watch. So we're going to go with Hanged Man Adam Page, as the ladies call him, versus Jay White. Richard is. Tell me what brought this feud on. Why is all of a sudden Twitch played Jay White? Why is he mad at Hangman Adam Page? And does it have anything to do with Hangman Adam Page trying to end the career of his ridiculous clown boy friend, Juice Robinson, as he's known to be called?
That's exactly what it was. Hangman, he went nuts. He's been on this rampage, so to speak.
On Rampage? Was this on Rampage? Because
He-
if it took place on a Rampage, boy, Tony Khan had a WrestleDream.
Tony Khan absolutely had a WrestleDream. I can neither confirm nor deny that it happened on a rampage, but Hangman has been on a rampage ever since. It's burning Swerve's house down, really. Even before that, obviously, you burn someone's house down, you're on a rampage. Something's going on. And that's why Jay White is here to try to defend the honor of his human anime brother, Juice Robinson, and will fail because it's going to be Hangman.
So it's Hangman. It's a bad guy versus a worse guy, is
Right.
what I'm getting here. Okay. I'm also picking Hangman Adam Page because he's better at things. Right. Wow. Oh my God, I can't believe it. We get to talk about the Beast, Mortos versus Hologram in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Really? I mean, yes, a 2 out of 3 falls match between these one juggernaut and one man in a mask. Not to be confused with Excalibur, as he knows to be called by Willow Briggle.
Right.
Rich Derez, do you pick Hologram also because he's Tony's favorite? And did I do that? Yes, I also pick Hologram because he's Tony's favorite.
Yes, and yes. I feel like it's not the same as the thing that WWE is doing, where the underdog somehow always wins, except Sami Zayn for the world title against Gunther. That's another story.
That's not even here. That's
Another story.
AEW's enemy.
Right. This is more of Tony Khan loves his luchadors and doesn't want to see them get squashed by beasts named Mortos. So
That's right.
Hologram will win 2 out of 3.
Oh my God. Okay, 2 out of 3. speaking of the chosen ones, let's talk about Super Kick Party versus Private Party. What's the better party? Probably a private one, but I don't know because some parties. I heard Diddy parties are private parties. I don't know, but I don't want to go to that.
No.
So, yeah, Young Bucks. There's no way. There is no mountain in the universe that can be moved for Private Party to defeat the youngest of Bucks, which I think they're older than Private Party, but I don't know. You can't tell.
Yeah, they're definitely the not so young Bucks anymore. I'm also going with the Bucks here. I like Private Party. They're gonna get the titles eventually. It's not today or tomorrow.
Or the day after. Nonetheless. So now, the main event of Tony Khan's WrestleDream, specifically this card here, because they're all together. This is, I think, to me, the main event there because it's got the bigger belt. Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale. This is for the AEW Women's Championship, Rich Derez. What say you here? Do you say Willow Nightingale when I say Mariah May? Mariah May, as she's known to say, you have to say before she treats you.
You know, it's tough because I don't think this is Willow's first shot at the AEW Women's World Title, but
Nope.
I feel like she's been there. Tony likes her a lot, but then again, like Brian May has been teasing this celebration that she's supposed to have with Mina Shirakawa. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it happen. I want to make sure it happens. So I'm going Mariah May.
We all want the celebration. We're gonna go with Mariah May here because, you know. All right, now we head up to the Vortex. Chris Jericho versus Mark Briscoe, the Chicken Man. This is for the ROH World Championship. Please, for the love of all that is holy, let Mark Briscoe continue to be Ring of Honor champion. I don't see a reason for Chris Jericho to be that, as it may.
Again. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Same. Like let Mark hold on to it. Verbal low blow by Jericho last week that we saw replayed on Dynamite this week. It's got to be Mark. It's got to be Mark.
Why don't you share the low blow with the people that this episode is for?
Mark, so we all know the beloved tag team, the Briscoe brothers. Jay tragically passed away a year and a half, about 2 years ago. Tragic car accident. And Mark has vowed to never be in a traditional tag team ever again, just to honor his brother. So Jericho said something on the lines of he's never going to be as good as Jay. Like, Jay was a good world champ, but he's dead. And, there's something in the phrasing.
Did he said, but he's dead?
Something like that. It was a very Christian, your father's dead like line. I think he borrowed it from his ass cream buddy.
Well, I hope Chris Jericho gets his ass kicked then.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Now, I agree, of course. Of course I agree with you. Let's go to match number Brody King beating the shit out of Darby Allin. All right. So, Rich Derez, do you have Darby Allin, Fuzzy Pink Hoodie Man, versus the Brody King? I just feel like this is a mixed match. One of these is not like the other. I gotta go with Brody King. He's a big man. He's a big, giant man. But Darby Allin's been known to just beat people.
Right. And this week on Dynamite, Darby cracked Brody King with a rock. The Rock. We saw The Rock. We saw the debut of The Rock on AEW TV.
The Rock is all elite.
He used The Rock. The Rock struck. Brody King in the mouth, busted him open. Honestly, this seems like a really heated feud. Going back to Darby was talking about when they were on the Indies, like not sleeping together, but sleeping together because, like you got to bunk up or whatever.
Yeah, he
And
got
how,
cold and he climbed into bed with him. It's all right,
yeah,
use body warmth.
and how they're talking about how eventually they're going to make it and they'll make this all worth it and everything.
All while holding hands. Incredible. Incredible. Okay, so
I like Darby. I like Darby.
oh,
It's not that he needs to work on his mic skills. It's a little bit more of the stories he tells. He needs to make them connect better. To me, for me, it doesn't connect. A lot of fans love him. Awesome. I think
it's not going to connect with you
right.
until you throw yourself off your roof.
I guess so. I just hope he doesn't connect to me with a rock.
I mean, well, how big was this rock?
It was a
Wow.
good sized rock. Like paver stones. How they'll have like the ollie shaped paver stones and to make a little
Was this
path
like a
with them.
jagged rock?
A little jagged. It was like flat on top and flat on the bottom, but the sides were jagged.
Oh, did he hit him with that part?
I didn't see what part he hit him
Oh,
with.
that's the magic of wrestling. You're not
That's right.
supposed to. You're not supposed
That's
to.
right.
Okay. All right.
I don't even know if there's a heel or face here. They're doing the AEW thing where it's like, all right, here's the story. You guys pick.
I think Darby's the face because he's Darby Allin.
But he hit him with a rock. Brody didn't use any foreign objects.
Yeah, but Brody himself is a foreign object. When you
Yeah.
think about it, he is the foreign object. He's the bigger guy against a smaller guy. And this is a regular match, it
It
looks
is a
like.
regular match.
So it could be the advantage to Brody King, maybe. But
Yeah, I'm
who's
gonna
to
go with
say?
Brody.
Okay, all right. So let's. All right, you're gonna tell us why this match is happening.
Mhm.
Outside of, here you go, Jack, beat this guy. All right, Jack Perry. You can see the lowercase c right there. He's the current champ apparently.
Mhm.
Versus Shibata, and it is for the TNT Championship at
Mhm.
WrestleDream.
Well, we know when Jack Perry was on his sabbatical, when he was exiled, like the scapegoat he is, from AEW for some old man trying to wisen him up. He went to New Japan, and maybe not. They crossed paths over there. I don't know. He certainly rubs people the wrong way. Um, and so Shibata is like, listen, I want to come take your TNT title. Your black painted, spray painted AEW TNT title.
Wow.
And here we are.
Here we
And
are.
I think Perry's going to retain. I don't think this is the time or the place or the person. Sorry, Shibata, all the respect. For the title. Take the title
He
off him.
he's going to continue to be champion until he's the other champion. I
Yep.
think that's eventually where it's going to be headed. They want to thank him for his sacrifice and losing them a lot of money in the
Mm,
future. So you want to thank your heroes. So there you go. Jack Perry continually being eroded for ruining. But hey, we got a good Hell in a Cell. Thanks for him. All right. So
that's right.
let's look. I just don't see Shibata winning this because his English is not as good as Jack Perry.
But he has
And
the Google Translate on his phone that he used to talk to someone later in the show.
that's right. And Julia has Funaki. But the point is, I don't want to Google Translate. Okay, like at least with EO Sky and the other one, Kyrie, they use like subtitles sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Speaking of subtitles, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
Rich's favorite, Will Ospreay versus Ricochet versus Konosuke Takeshita. And this is for the AEW International Championship, I mean. Wait, hold on, let me try this better. This will be for the AEW International Championship. It's me, your boy, Tony Khan. Speed that up. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay. I I don't look. I like Ricochet, but you've been here for 5 minutes, man. I don't know if you beating Osprey is a good idea, and maybe Osprey beats Takeshita, or Takeshita beats both of them. You know what? I'm going to pick Takeshita. I'll pick Takeshita for this one.
Okay.
He's being overlooked. He's an underdog, but an overdog. Takeshita.
I had already typed in that I got Takeshita, and I'll tell you why.
Oh my God.
Takeshita has been just about there and then not getting these titles for a while now. And he's really good in the ring. He's good enough on the mic. Of course, he's got Don Callis behind him. And I think that really is going to make the difference here. Ospreay looks like he is being banished from the Don Callis family for costing himself and Kyle Fletcher the tag titles a couple weeks ago. And not Ricochet. Maybe future pay-per-view, long-term booking here. Ricochet takes the TNT title off Jack Perry.
Yeah, you can't be alpha without a belt.
Right. Not for too long, at least.
That's all good to me, I think. And now, for the main event, the greatest professional wrestler in the history of the world, even better than Ugg of 4000 BC or whatever, after he defeated Luchasaurus for the first ever championship belt, is Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley. Look, I'm looking forward to what you think about this. What led to this? Where do you think it's going? And who do you think is going to win this one? Because I've got Jon Moxley. Because Jon Moxley, he's bald. Next, what do you think? And what brings us here?
It's interesting that you get Mox. I'm sticking with Danielson. I don't think the time is right yet for Mox to take the title off him. It could be a DQ. You never know. But I feel like Danielson is going to retain. This is going to go on a little longer. We need to hear more about what drove Moxley over the edge. We also need to see the full full breakdown of the Blackpool Combat Club, because Yuta, Claudio, and Pac are still the trios champs. And Bryan and Yuta faced Claudio and Pac on Dynamite this week. So we saw Claudio sort of less than willingly beating up on Yuta in the match. He was reluctant. He didn't want to do it. But he's like, listen, knock it off. Don't align yourself with him. You got to align with us. And Yuta's like, fuck you, buddy. So there's still more story to tell with this dissolution of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Loyalty is something.
Yeah.
Wheeler Yuta has loyalty to Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryanson, because he believed in him. He said that he was a little shit, but he's good. You know, there was a point when he did tell you that. It was the early days of the BCC. Look, nobody cares about the Black Hole Combat Club, honestly. Actually, you know what? I do, and I think they should be the Blackpool Comedy Club. You should do some more slapstick. Wheeler Yuta, show us your funny bone. Hey now, don't show us your funny bone. I don't know what that is, where it is for you, but for me, it's there. And sometimes there, and sometimes here. But at the end of the day, that's not what this is about.
That's right.
So I think you're in good positioning to become WFC champion.
I don't know.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
great. It's gonna be
I
great.
gotta say that pick of Mox, it's a good pick. It's a real good pick.
Honestly, this is the most important AEW pick'em of our lifetime. Rich Torres. This is the most important AEW predictions episode since the last one.
That's right. You know,
And
you're on a historic run with this WFC title. You're really building up its prestige, and I feel like that shouldn't change.
there's only one championship that I put prestige on, and that's that one right there for everybody to see. So, Rich, why don't you recap to everyone? That's right. It's called Phantom Title. Um, it feels like it's there, but it's not there, and it hurts more. So just get used to that. Get used to Phantom Title. Get used to that. You know what? Actually, eventually, after a while, it stops hurting, and you accept acceptance. So why don't you do that thing? Just bring us in here. Stop moving. Stop going out of focus. You're out of focus too much. You got out of focus. You stay in focus. You focus on giving us what we had here. Let them know.
All right. So this was our AEW WrestleDream predictions pick'em episode. What do you got? Who do you got for all these matches? Are you watching? Let us know down below. Let us know who you got for Mox vs. Danielson. What's your favorite storyline going into this pay-per-view? What are you most looking forward to? Are we going to have a debut? We haven't mentioned it. We
Swerve
saw
Strickland. He's gonna
like
talk.
Swerve's going to talk. We saw backstage. Not only was MVP watching, but staying alongside MVP was, of course, Shelton Benjamin.
Well, until he does something, I do not care.
Right.
Because like I'm optimistic because it's a different place and MVP can bully Tony Khan. So who knows? Maybe this could work. Maybe Bobby Lashley will show up and he will jackhammer, spear, whatever.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize that Lashley's contract ran out. He is out of Supercard. Like they removed his cards. He used to be a like that low tier WrestleMania fusion.
mm,
Gone.
well,
Gone from the list. Gone
he's
from the
coming
game.
back. He's coming back. I'm pretty sure it's all but done. That Nubian Brock Lesnar is headed over to AEW, and he's going to be given the treatment that is deserved of a man who's had so many accolades and beaten so many people, including Brock Lesnar. So
Until the next new guy.
until the next new guy, but maybe this will be the guy that just beats the shit out of your new guy, and he's like, "No, I'm the man here. It's me, Bobby Lashley."
They're gonna put him against Brian Cage at some point.
You have to. You have to have him beat up the big people. But really, you were supposed to go through and tell people what we had for the matches.
That's
what you were supposed to do.
I'm
But
sorry.
you
I'm
went
sorry. I'm
straight
sorry.
to the
I'm
go, which is
you know,
fine.
I took like 1 week off from my health. I'm gonna release a video about that, a quick update. So stay tuned for that. But our picks are: we both have Brian Cage over Atlantis Jr. We both have Mark Briscoe over Chris Jericho. We both have Brody King over Darby Allin. We both have not gentleman, the scapegoat Jack Perry over Katsuyori Shibata. We both have Takeshita willing to wish it.
Kanosuke Takeshita.
Takeshita winning the three-way for the International Championship. We both have the Bucks over Private Party. We both have Mariah May over Willow Nightingale. Hangman over Jay White. Hologram over the Beast Mortos. And in the main event of WrestleDream, both for the AEW World Championship and for the WFC Championship. I, Rich Riz, have Bryan Danielson. Basement Jared has Jon Moxley.
With Marina Shafir.
Yes, that's right, with Marina Shafir. And there you go. That's our
Wow.
picks.
Wow.
Who you got
Wow.
down
Great.
below?
Great. Put it down there. Patreon.com/BasementBookersPod.
All right.
Socials. Unedited content. So much unedited content.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wow. Not really though, but last week's I got the unedited
Yes.
content. You could check
Yes.
that one.
I can't wait to check that out. I'm going to check that out after I record my medical update. To do that, we got to close this out. So, like I said, let us know down below who you got, what you're looking forward to at WrestleDream, and Jared's got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall, so make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Booker.